So another one beat.
This one's still got its
Yes,
loop on, but it's got a fullered blade, and
yes,
the fullering is quite well done too.
yes.
And
Persian blades
again, one of these.
you have seen in many Iranian museums have also fullered ones, and this one you're
Yeah.
going to like it. Okay, this is this one, the fullered
Oh,
blade.
so it's actually a triple fuller.
Yes,
So a deep fuller with two shallow fullers either side.
yes,
And look at the way the pattern stands out in the middle of the fuller.
yes,
Now, to me, and I might be wrong, but that kind of pattern in the depth of the fuller suggests to me that the fuller was beaten out and then polished,
yes.
rather than the fuller being ground away.
No, 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 no. I beaten, definitely beaten,
Yeah, it looks
definitely,
beaten out.
definitely
But look at how well they've got those lines. That's really, really nice.
magnificent.
Yeah,
And it
there's
has Ya Ghazi al Hajat, or the fulfiller of wishes. Okay, one of the titles of God. Taj Sar Anbiya Muhammad. This is in Persian, right? The
Mhm.
crown of the prophets Muhammad.
Right. Taj, I recognize.
Yes, Taj.
Um, I mean, with my very limited Farsi vocabulary, there's a few words I recognize.
Aren't they
But
beautiful, Beat? Look at the pattern.
it's really nicely done. Again, I'm thinking, I'm just looking at the gold inlay around the edge there. Think how delicate it would be to cut that groove without falling into the background,
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
yeah.
They've kept it at one point, it looks as though the gap between the gold and the background of the inscription is less than a quarter of a millimeter.
Yes.
Oh, it's real. I mean, it'd be so easy to mess that up
Amazing, amazing.
because it's clearly done after the effect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
Ottoman blade, excuse me, Persian blade, Ottoman scabbard, Ottoman everything is Ottoman, handle as well, crossguard as well,
Mhm.
Persian blade. This one is magnificent. Look
Yeah,
at this.
that's an unusual blade.
Yes,
That looks like I'm not saying because of the carving and that, which might be later, but that looks like an old style of blade to me. It's
yes.
got that feeling.
You see, this is
I
this.
mean,
I'm sure you've seen that these
yeah,
writings, inscriptions on Persian blades.
yeah,
And in Western collectors call them trade blades. I mean, I don't even know if you can I mean, also those early Safavid blades were traded, not only these so-called
oh
trade
yeah. Well,
blades.
but I mean, the
Yeah,
sword blades were
yeah,
traded
yeah. You
the
know that
whole
the
time.
collectors in the West, those which have these writings, Persian blades, they call them trade blades. But I mean,
Mm.
all blades were traded, not only these blades, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
This may have been just a
Yeah,
for a particular market that people
yeah.
like that kind of decoration. Nobody, if they had this blade, would be
Yes.
unhappy about it.
No. So this is from the Quran. This is the Surah
Mhm.
Cave. It is the 18th Surah, and then which we have verse 39, which is used here. When you entered your garden, why did you not say, as God may please? For no one has power except given by God. Though you see me poorer in wealth and children than you. So this is what it is
Mm.
written here from the Quran,
Yeah.
the Surah Cave. Beautiful, huh, Pete?
It's
Very
it's
nice
it's
handwriting.
very deep carving, really.
Yeah.
And again, there you can see the movement of the pen, if you know what I mean, in the
Yeah.
letters. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, the
Very nice.
yeah, it's beautifully done.
Let me
The
just
difference
show the
between
blade. You see that again? The sword, sorry.
yeah.
This whole sword. Beautiful. Hmm?
So starting the fullers are starting after the inscription, and it's kind of indicated that there was a triple fuller, but it's not quite.
Mm.
It's just it's very complex the way that's been
Very.
done.
And the heavy blade beat. Oh, this
Oh yeah,
is so.
and it's got a back edge, a yeoman,
Yes, it
which
does. Yes.
certainly
Seriously.
early
Let me show
Safari
it. Let me
blades.
show it for our guys here.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
and yeah, that's very nicely made.
Mhm. Very nice.
The mounting style with the two opposing rings is the same as the sword hanging on the
Yes,
case
exactly. I
behind.
just want to say that, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's very much a reaching back towards the Arab way of mounting straight swords,
Yes.
uh, with a shoulder girdle, but they still mounted this on a belt. It's just that I did that have a split back or was that a straight out? Because that doesn't look as though it would have a split back. It
No, no,
seems
it
to be
doesn't. It doesn't.
it's got
No.
a smoother curve.
Yes, it does.
My there's part of my brain is saying that last part of the blade must cut really well
Yes.
because yeah, it looks really strong. And of course, because of the yeoman, you could easily stab with it if you knew
Yes.
the right techniques. You've got to hand it to the Ottoman goldsmiths, though. They did a really good job on the fittings.
Yes, they
I mean,
did.
it really is beautiful.
It is. It is. No, they are excellent work. They do excellent work.
Yeah,
Yes, of
yeah. This
course.
is just a whole world of good workmanship.
Okay,
Oh,
maybe there are now. I just want to show. Okay, we are not going to show all the blades, guys. Of course, you can see it in the book, but we are going with Beat to show you some blades, other blades from this collection, and they're
mhm,
all Persian blades. Look at these, Beat,
mhm.
next to
The
each other.
watering, yeah, yeah. The watering is. I see. It's spectacular and it's different.
Yes,
You can see, the different smiths, and obviously the different um, uh, crucible outputs. The different
yes,
pucks from the crucibles, all when they're forged can look very different, even though the process is similar.
yes,
And of course, the thing is, the smiths that were forging these had a good idea of how they were going to turn out because they
yes,
had all that experience.
yes.
Whereas we would kind of see this lump and then beat it up. Oh, that's interesting. Should I beat it more that way or should I beat it more that way? But
Yes.
these guys, lots of experience.
I have
Um,
also to say, Beat, these pictures, Mr. Alqarashi has, of course, a huge team. He has different companies, but he has also a professional photographer on his team. I have to say that as
yeah,
well. Right?
and it's worthwhile too. I mean,
Yes.
um,
Yes.
when you've got something that's really interesting, you want to see the details. I
Yes.
mean, sometimes it's very artistic to have something slightly blurry, but we're not looking for artistic. The artistic part of this is the actual sword, not the photograph of the sword.
Okay.
No, I mean that's why I really appreciate it when photographers take a lot of care to do it like
Yes.
this.
So, back then there were 16 different ways to distinguish crucible steel. One was
Yeah.
pattern, one was color, one was taste, one was smell, one was ring, one was flexibility in Persian dohniyat. So they had different types to differentiate them from each other. A true science.
Mm.
Are you ready, Pete? The next one.
Uh-oh.
You see, again.
Oh,
You see, colors differ,
yes.
patterns
I
differ.
mean, yeah, some of the patterns are so striking. They're almost like carpet patterns, even though they're random.
Yes, they are like carpet patterns. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Um, and of course, again, a point to make out is because water steel is so hard, doing fullers and things really well
Yes, yes.
is a real tribute to the skill of the artist.
Pete,
And
look
you
at
are an
this
artist
one,
when you're making, yeah, that's what I
two,
was thinking of.
and this one. Look at the differences of
Yeah,
colors.
entirely different.
Mhm.
And I mean, we people that work with say pattern welded steel, it's difficult enough, but true woods is another level of difficulty
Yeah.
in terms of controlling the patterns
Yes.
and then being able to fuller it, and because it's woods, the you can tell looking into the fullers, looking into the patterns, how it was made to some extent. They can't fake it. You really have to be that good.
No, you can't. And the next one, Pete. Look how many blades.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember the third from the left because I remember that
Yes.
gilding
Yes.
from one of the swords we looked at.
Exactly. We saw that. We saw. I mean,
Yeah,
the swords we talked about them. Of course, their blades is also in these patches, right? That one.
yeah. See, that's more Kofgari work rather than
Yes.
the inlay. Yeah.
The
But
maker's mark is inlay, and this was added later to the blade as a koftagari. Exactly.
yeah, yeah. I'm also looking at the extreme left one in the fuller. It's got very fine calligraphy.
Oh, that's a Zand period blade. Yes, exactly.
Ah, well, yeah, Sandwork
Yes,
did like their artistic stuff.
yes. Beautiful, aren't
I'm
they,
just,
Beat?
oh, they're wonderful.
Let us just move ahead. More Beat.
Oh, interrupted fuller on number two.
Yes. You see that,
I
Beat? Many Zand blades have this and interrupted
it's
fullers, right?
yeah.
Like Haj Ali Khan's Zand swords, they all have that. Yeah.
I got to handle. I almost bought. This is 40 years ago. I didn't have a lot of money then, so I didn't buy it. But it was a interrupted forward blade mounted in a pulwar hilt, pulwar, so from Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
And in the in one of the fullers or the interrupted fuller pattern, it was very complicated. I really wish I'd bought it. It was, you never know that you're never going to see another one. They put red lac pigment to make the fullers stand out.
Yes.
It was such a beautiful blade. It was so well balanced as well. And
Yes.
these, this you don't go to this trouble for an ordinary blade. You've made a perfect blade. You're gonna, put all this effort into it.
Yeah.
But again, the pattern in the steel is different from everyone. They're all unique.
Beautiful. Really beautiful.
Yeah.
And more. So you can imagine how many swords are in this collection, right? Shamshirs, right?
Yeah. And there's lots of different ways of decorating them too, which I like.
Yes.
I see there's like a little on the extreme right one,
Yes.
in where the fuller ends, there's like a little stamped flower,
Yes. Yes.
which I think is rather cute. These things are beautiful.
Beautiful. It's
And
like
again, you can see,
carpets, right, Pete? Let's watching
yeah,
different carpets. Yeah.
yeah. I'm thinking also, again, you can see the different colors in the steel,
Yes.
which is normally you don't get enough blades next to each other to recognize that, or you think, oh, maybe it's just the lighting or something like that. But we know the photographer is really good, so
Yeah.
therefore it's not just the lighting; it's the actual steel itself.
Yes. No, the
I
photographer
remember
is
when
professional. He's really
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's a you've got to really think about what you're doing. I mean, I take photographs all the time, and different materials require different lighting, different
Yes.
setup.
Yes.
To bring out water steel patterns is not easy. Well, at least it's not for me. For this
Oh, no,
person,
very hard. No.
it's just
Yeah.
natural. We've spent a few years really working out how to
Oh,
do
yeah.
this properly.
It's extremely hard, Pete. It's in
Yeah,
science. Absolutely.
yeah.
Okay, Pete, do you remember we talked
Oh,
about some of this in the beginning? Now I put these cartouches, Amal Asadullah,
yeah.
next to each other.
Everyone is a different style of writing
Yes, that's right.
with different handwriting.
Yes.
Um, I'm just looking at the M's and the Amal,
Yes.
and the one of them is fully a circle.
Yes.
One of them's a blob that was probably a circle. One of them's basically just a dot stuck onto the bottom,
Yes, it
and
is.
one of them actually just swings back and goes forward.
Yes.
I mean, you
Yes.
can see the person. I'm assuming that someone they covered the steel with some kind of whiting, and
Yes.
then someone wrote it, and then the guy that was doing the thing cut it out,
Definitely.
and then they polished it all back and inlaid it with
Definitely.
gold and that.
You know, when
But
you
you
go
can,
to Isfahan beat, they do it like on plates, steel plates,
mm,
or balls. They, make it, and then they write on it. You see that they make it. Okay, not on swords, but on these type of things.
yeah, yeah, but still, I mean,
Yeah. Yes.
because it's using as a template a real piece of calligraphy. It carries across the feeling of how the person wrote.
Yes.
Whereas if it was somebody just taking letters out of a book and saying this letter should be like this, because remember, not every sword maker would have been particularly literate.
Mm-mm.
Because you start off as a boy with your dad or your uncle or somebody
Absolutely.
teaching you how to do this, and you don't. I mean, you probably get to go to school to learn to read the Quran,
Yes.
but you don't develop into a calligrapher. This is a specialist thing.
Yes. And
And
here you see as well the different. Okay, these are all wood pattern, wood grain pattern, but Qare Khorasan, Qare Taban. One of them is smaller and one of them is wider, right? You see that?
yeah,
The difference is so
yeah,
clear.
that's the other thing, putting all the different water steels next to each other.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
can
Steve.
really see that the patterns are, I mean, yeah, a wood pattern is a kind of like a oak pattern, like the pattern of oak when you polish it back.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
the others are entirely different. I mean, the two ones on the left are related, but the two ones on the right are completely different patterns to me, to my
Yeah,
eyes.
absolutely,
As
they're
I,
different. They're
yeah.
different.
So,
And look
very nice.
now,
Oh,
I just wanted to see as well some of the cross guards and inscriptions on them.
crosscuts are beautifully made.
Look at the pattern,
It's
B. Do you
easy.
see that here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's traces of pattern. Obviously, the crossguards get well. The crossguards are out of the scabbard,
Yes.
so they are probably more exposed to the elements as
And
well. But
unfortunately,
that,
this cross guard received a cut to it, in this
yeah,
place.
well, that happens with swords. What I like is the quality of the carving.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
To bring out the calligraphy. The one on the right is fluid. It's
Yeah.
really nicely done.
Yeah.
The one on the left is more dramatic.
Yeah.
Like the S's are very long and strong,
Yes. Yes.
but
This
all
is
beautiful.
beautiful. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It says in the name of God, the ever compassionate, ever merciful, from the Quran. And again
Mm.
here, look at the patterned crucibles
Oh
here
yeah,
on these two.
yeah.
Aren't they
That see, this
beautiful?
is so good. And this is that thing where you etch it and then you polish the highlights so that the background is showing the pattern of the steel,
Yeah.
and the highlights of the letters look kind of shiny and stand out much more strongly. So I think if you look really closely, you can see bits of the pattern there. But that works so well.
Very
And
nice.
again, that kind of the one on the right in this case is more upright letters, more staccato. The one on the left is more flowing.
Oh,
It may be just the choice of inscription,
yeah.
but you can see the different styles.
Okay, the left one again, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of God, from the Quran. The right one as well from the Quran. Nasru min Allahi wa fatun gharib wa bashir al-mu'minin. Oh God, help us in the upcoming victory and give us good tidings.
Mm.
Beautiful, aren't they, Pete?
It is. And I mean, even like the little flowers in the corners of
Yes, you're right.
the
You're
dog.
right.
I mean, it's just um it, interestingly the langets, the little points are much thinner on this one, more elegant.
Even more. Yeah.
Whether that has anything else to do with it. It's got a beautiful ivory grip. So and it who knows? The the wrist strap could be quite old as well. It does look
Yes.
as though it is.
It is. It's actually is falling apart, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, very, very nice. I
Very.
don't know. Uh Never actually tried one of those wrist straps. I mean, I've tried the standard sword knot type wrist strap, which is quite useful. But the ones you see on Persian swords and some Ottoman swords as
Yes.
well,
I
I
mean,
often wonder if
this
they're
one, when you have it, you need to be extremely careful with that because it's really old and it is like, you know what, falling apart really. So you
yeah,
need,
well, it's what is it? It's metal wrapped around silk
yeah,
thread. So
yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
they're only meant for about 50 years of use.
Yes, exactly. Not for so long. This
Yeah,
one
yeah, a
has it
couple of
as
hundred
well.
years, they're starting to fall apart.
Dude, look,
The
it's
swords
also
will last
falling
forever.
apart. Do you see that? This one as well. You see it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you can see how it's woven too, which is
yeah,
really good.
yes,
I'd love to see a textile expert have a look at some of these and come up
yes,
with some
yes,
comments, because I think they would see things. I mean, I read stuff about textiles and the kind of level of technical
yes,
understanding that
yes,
experts in textiles have of the textiles
yes.
is beyond belief.
And look at the crucible steel. The patterned crucible steel is really good.
Yeah.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ana man Sulaiman wa ana. This is also both of them from the Quran,
Mhm.
right? And this one as well. Okay, this one is in Persian. Al Sultan Khaqan ibn Khaqan, Al Sultan Shah Sulaiman, right?
Mhm. Shah
Very
Suleiman.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very
You can
nice.
just see a bit of the decorated scabbard on the one on the right,
Yes.
at the top there.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
I mean, we know how it's done. I
Yes.
know how it's done.
Yes.
Um, I've only tried it at a very small level, because it is it it looks simple, because what you're doing is you start out with your piece of wood, and
Yes.
then you glue down little pieces of string onto a
Yes.
pattern,
Yes.
and then you apply wet leather and glue over it and push the leather into the pattern and everything and stretch it so there's no wrinkles. This is really hard work. It looks so simple, like it's just been stamped, but it isn't.
It's not. No. And look at this one.
Oh yeah, the sword mounts are lovely.
Lovely. Lovely. Yeah.
I like, you notice that the rings have the four rings on the inside. Then below that you have one like pointed doorway in the middle and two square ones on the
Yes.
sides. So
Yes.
even down to that level of detail,
Yes.
there's kind of like a design.
Yes.
Both of them have that. I can't remember ever seeing it in that detail before.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's exceptionally
And
good.
look at the
And
wire
again,
stitching. Seem to see as well.
yeah, yeah. I'm looking at that. Well, I'm almost certain that was done on the scabbard with the leather reversed, stitched up, and then wet, turned inside out, and remounted on the scabbard with glue. Because you can see the bulges of the thread underneath
Yes.
the
You can.
leather. You couldn't stitch that from the surface.
These ones. Let me show it to
That's
our
a
readers.
cost.
These ones.
Yeah, I really should get around
Beautiful.
to trying that with the other 5,000 things I think I'm trying.
And this one is so beautiful. This is a Nada Ali prayer. Oh,
Mhm.
Ali, the revealer of miracles, right? That's this one.
Yeah.
On many
See that?
Safavid king swords, we have that in Military Museum of Iran. And this one has it as well.
Isn't it interesting just how good this carving is
Yeah.
on these? How they make use of the steel in the background to give it texture,
Yeah.
and how each way of putting a ring on that is different.
Yes. Rings are all different. Yeah.
They're all different.
Oh,
I mean, it's just really, really nicely done.
all different. Yes. All
Yeah,
different. And this gives us good ideas, also for sword makers, because, the modern sword makers always make the same ring, right? But you see, there are different
yeah.
varieties they can try.
Well, this is it. See, when you particularly look at old objects in museums, you realize that every craftsman had his own ideas.
Yes. Yes.
And you, as a modern craftsman, should, develop your own way of doing it without, I don't mean losing the original purpose or anything like that, but I mean, look at this. Those rings, to me, if you just got the ring there, that's a flower where it joins onto the main part of the scabbard.
Yeah.
And it just stands out. This is because when I did the design, like the quiver behind me on the thing, that pattern on that quiver is those type of flowers.
That's right.
And they are kind of seminal. These go back to the 15th century or earlier in
Yeah.
Iran and in Turkey.
Yeah.
They're really popular designs.
Yeah.
And they really stand out. Oh, so
So,
that one, there's
I mean, all
work
of
on the
them
grip
have it.
scope.
I just haven't shown that, but all of them
Oh
have
yeah.
Ohanak with inscriptions. I mean, tang bands. They have also pommel
Mhm.
caps with inscriptions. Right. So,
Yeah. And when you see photographs like this, you realize how square
yeah.
the cross section of the grips are. So you've got a really good notion of where the edge is and everything like that. These they look very in a photograph. They can look quite rounded, but they're not.
Yes.
They're really designed for being used.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really nice. The inscriptions on the tank covers are actually really quite excellent as well.
Yes, as
I
well.
mean, I'm assuming that that's probably silver
Yes. These are
that's
also
been
made
black.
of these are made these are from the Quran as well, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, that would be
Yes.
a useful thing.
Look at this one bit.
Oh, it's really interesting to see how these are fit together.
Nice. Huh?
And again, several hundred years and they're still more or less intact.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
I just put some of them here as well next to each other. Ya Qazi
Yeah.
al-Hajat, Ya Qazi al-Hajat. Oh, the fulfiller of wishes and three swords, different handwritings. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so clearly, I mean, when you put them next together, you can see the words,
Yes.
but you can also see how proportions change depending on the person doing the calligraphy first and then how well the carver follows it.
And look at this,
Um,
Shahanshah Anbiya Muhammad, the king of kings of all prophets Muhammad. And here again, Shahanshah Anbiya Muhammad, the king of all kings of prophets Muhammad. Different handwriting, same, but look at here. Taj Sar Anbiya Muhammad, the crown of all prophets Muhammad. You see how
mm.
interesting it is?
Yeah, yeah, it's all slightly different ways of writing.
Yeah.
Uh, the closest to top line, the leftmost and the center one, the Muhammad is very similar,
Yes.
but
Pete, do you know
Muhammad
why I'm
writing,
stressing that? We had this discussion as well. Because guys, if you collect, when you see charges Sara Anbiya Muhammad or Shahanshah Anbiya Muhammad, then do not assume because your sword has it, another one has it, okay, then they're similar. Guys, they're written differently, as we talked with
yeah,
Pete about that, right? And they have deep meanings. Please look for inscriptions. There is a reason there is an inscription. There is a reason there is a lion on it. There is a reason they have put all these things. Not, oh yeah, okay,
yeah.
okay. Again, Shahan Shah and Biya Muhammad. Okay, Ya Ghazi al Hajat. It is not like that.
I think one of the advantages that in the last few years with some of the work you've been doing is that bringing to the attention of, well, for instance, the English speaking world, or the French or the German or the Spanish, what these things really mean and why are they different from each other, which to an untutored eye, they're pretty much similar, but they're not
They're not.
because how they've been carved is different. What they've emphasized in the carving is different. Um, some of them are really into bringing out the watered steel in the background. I'm thinking the bottom left one. Look how well that watered steel is integrated into the design. I
Beautiful.
mean,
Yeah.
each person was a different artist.
Yes. And now this one, remember we that
Our
article?
lions, yes,
Lions, look at them.
yeah. You've got surprised lion, shocked lion, happy lion, and what's that behind me, lion?
Yes. And look at this, we two of them have the sun on the back. Lion have the sun.
Oh,
But these guys
yeah.
don't. Yeah.
Hmm.
And three
Yeah,
of
I've got to
them,
say,
this one has Asadullah written on it, this one only Asad, this one again Asadullah. This one nothing.
mhm, mhm. To me, they're like kind of little emojis or something. They've got little personalities.
Yes.
Um, it's interesting. All of them have that kind of inverted sun with the rays coming in as the
Oh,
surround,
that's right.
but the way it's done is different in each one.
Yes.
I mean, the second from the left one,
Yeah.
uh, that's got a roughened base to those engravings, so that's for hammering in the gold, so it sticks. But it's much wider,
Much
so therefore
wider.
therefore there's a lot more gold wire put on, and it didn't stay on forever.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Lost most of its gold inlay. You're right. It's gone. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well, again, I think it's kind of like a cross between inlay and Kokgari
Yeah.
in the sense that well, they haven't crosshatched, but they stippled the deep part of the inlay.
Yeah.
So the gold has got something to hang on to, but it didn't. Or it was scraped out by somebody who wanted
Yeah,
a
it
little bit of
could also
gold.
be. Yeah, yeah, it could also be. You never know. You're right. You never know.
Yeah.
Um,
There are going to be things in history we will never find out.
and this is, remember, Bede, we talked about this part of the Quran on the blade, right?
Mhm.
And the same one, that was that one which has a like white blade with Yelman, do you remember?
Yeah, yeah.
And now is another one on the same collection, the Persian blade, the same, from the same, but different handwritings again.
Are these carved or etched? They look carved. They're a
Carved. No,
bit,
no, no, no. They're all carved.
yeah,
Carved. All
yeah,
carved.
because they don't. I've
No
seen
etching.
the
No etching.
pattern done with etching, but it never looks like this. This
No, no.
is much deeper into the
All
metal.
of them are carved. No etching here. No etching. Exactly.
Yeah,
No etching. Beautiful.
yeah, it's very, very, very
That
well
was
done.
it with
Yes.
this collection of the first part, Shamshir blades.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the next ones, which are daggers. Then we are going also to
Mhm.
talk about other swords from other areas. But then this is only from the for the first book. Then when the next book comes and the next part of the collection, this is a huge collection. Just wanted to say that.
Well, the swords are very impressive by themselves. I
Yes.
think anyone that had a collection of swords like that would be happy.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
what I like is that there's a variation in the blades too, so they're not all the same shaped blade. There's some are more curved, some are fuller,
Yes.
some are back edge.
Yes.
Um, and it occurs to me that something that may look old to me, at the time it was made, they may have been looking back to a previous sword and said,
Yes.
"We're going to make one in the style of the
Yes.
Shah's great great grandfather or something like
Yes.
that."
Yes.
And so dating must be very difficult unless they put the date on it
Date on
and
it.
you've got some
Absolutely.
assurance there.
Very difficult.
Or it goes into a collection and we know at which point it went in. It's like swords in the Russian collections where they were presents
Yes.
and you've got all the documentation saying this was
Documentation.
given by. But even then, I mean, I think one of the swords given to the Tsars, um, the one covered in diamonds and emeralds, the scabbard, I mean,
Mm.
the blade is like 300 years earlier
Yeah.
than the
Yeah.
scabbard and the handle
Yes.
because
Yes.
the blade itself to be as valuable as the 1,000 diamonds and, you
Absolutely.
know, hundreds of rubies or emeralds or whatever it was, it had to be a really important blade. Otherwise, it was just a joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
And it's really impressive to look at. I'm always blown away when I see these really beautifully made weapons
Yes.
because I don't. I mean, a sword is not a thing that I would ever use in everyday life
Yeah. Of course.
unless I was doing some kind of thing for a video or something like that. So therefore, it's purely an art object to me. I mean, I know it's historical importance and things like that. So a sword that doesn't work as a sword, it's very difficult to be a beautiful object because it fails in its basic purpose. But on the other hand, I can enjoy, a beautiful sword without ever wanting to go out and wave it around.
Of
Though
course.
sometimes you really like to pick them up. But so it's very interesting when you see things like that. I mean,
Yes. Yes.
from my point of view, like in archery, when I look at an antique bow, I don't say, "Oh, I want to see if I can shoot that." I say, "I wonder how I could reproduce it and find out how it shoots."
Yeah, to be honest with
But
you, I need to say something. I hope people understand me, especially also not these items, but I mean, you know that under controlled environment, I did cutting tests with one Asadullah and one Kalbali in France. So I cut
Mhm.
that, which is on the video. But I mean, they cut very well, like anything. But it was only once or couple of cuts. That's it. Because I wanted to show, although it was cold, they cut. Nothing happens to Crucible steel. Unlike these
Yeah,
big thing. Oh, Crucible steel break in cold, and it was deep in north of France, which is as cold as in Germany, and cut very
yeah.
well. Tatami Omot. But then, besides that, sometimes I see, people trained with 17th, 18th century European blades, right? Trained, they fans. And then they
Mhm.
make them, they unsharpen them and then they fans with that. I really hate that. I have to say that. Because guys,
Yeah.
all these things, even if they were military sabers, even if they produced by big quantity, they're not crucible steel, they're antique guys. And antiques shouldn't be changed and certainly shouldn't be used to fans with, right? You know what I mean? You can always
No,
go
no.
and order a
Take your
sword,
an
you
take your
know.
antique sword to a sword maker and say, "Make me a copy of this I can use."
Exactly.
And the
Exactly.
sword maker gets another sword that he can make, and you get a copy that you can use.
Exactly, because I think
Yeah,
we need to respect antiques. So it's extremely
yeah.
important, no matter where
I
they
mean,
come from, right?
I'm still trying to nerve myself up to do some arrow penetration tests on some of the steel
Oh,
lamellar
that's
I've been
right.
making,
That's right.
and it's not even old. I mean, I made it 2 months ago, and but I once you get it, it looks really nice. You don't want to put holes in it, but you know, one you've got to find out how things behave,
Yes,
and I can always buy more scales and replace them.
that's right.
But
Yes.
it's I understand why people would get carried away saying, I'd really like to use this sword fencing, but you've got to restrain yourself and say, I'll find somebody to make me a replica.
Yeah, of
Because
course.
if you own the sword, you're its custodian. You should be looking
No,
after it, not, you know.
absolutely.
It's like people that used to cut wood with Japanese swords captured during the Second World
Yeah,
War. What a waste.
yeah, of course.
Uh, Actually, one of my swords, I thought, oh, somebody's tried to cut through barbed wire fence with it. Until I looked at it under a magnifying glass and you could see the shape of the sword blade that had hit it. You could see that tapered in thing. So it was actually a mark made when they were fighting with it. Um, you never know. And people do strange things because to many people, swords aren't valuable.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
interesting, but they're not valuable. So they don't care if they're damaged.
yes,
And a lot of people think, like I did when people offered to sell me swords, oh, I'll see another one of those when I've got more money. And it never happened
never happened. Never, never.
because there is a limited number of these things. And,
Yes,
you've got to
yes.
look after the ones you have. And, well, as I'm too old now for it to matter, but you've got to be able to say, right, take it seriously. If you think it's really good,
Yes,
spend the money and
yes,
earn extra money to make up for the big
yes,
hole.
that's right.
I find, like I
Yes,
don't blame people for doing things that I think are probably not appropriate.
yes,
Because not everybody has the awareness of history that you get when you do all the research that we
yes,
do.
yes, absolutely.
But on the other hand, it's easy to learn to be careful.
Yes. Thanks a lot, Bede. I wish you a nice day, and I'm going to invite you again so we can continue to talk about Mr.
Oh yeah,
Alqarashi's collection.
I'm looking forward to it. It's like going on a holiday and visiting a museum.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.